Have you ever reached for that morning cup of coffee thinking it's just a harmless boost to get your day started? Maybe it's your afternoon pick me up, your treat, your ritual, but what if I told you that this innocent looking cup of coffee might be quietly affecting your energy, your focus, even your long term health in ways you never imagined? Let's pause for a moment. Think about how many people you know, maybe even yourself, who rely on coffee to feel normal. You drink it to wake up, to get through work, to push past fatigue. And sure, the aroma is comforting, the warmth in your hands feels like a hug, but the truth is, coffee is a double-edged sword. It gives you temporary energy, but often at a hidden cost. I'm not here to tell you to give up your favorite drink entirely. That's not realistic. I'm here to help you understand how coffee really interacts with your body, how it can impact your energy, your sleep, and your mood, and most importantly, what you can do to enjoy it wisely without letting it control your life. Imagine a life where you feel naturally energized, where your mornings aren't powered by caffeine, crashes, and where your focus is sharp without that jittery edge. That's possible, and it starts with knowledge, awareness, and small intentional changes. Today, I'm going to share 3 science-backed tips about coffee that can help you take control, enjoy your cup responsibly, and protect your health for the long term. These are practical, simple strategies, not gimmicks or magic pills. And if you apply them consistently, you'll notice a difference in your energy levels, your sleep, and even your overall wellness. So whether you're a coffee lover or just someone curious about how your habits affect your body, pay attention, because the consequences of coffee aren't just about caffeine, they're about how you live your life day in and day out. By the end of this talk, you'll walk away with clear, actionable steps that let you enjoy coffee without it enjoying you. Let's dive in. Why should we care about coffee beyond the morning buzz? Because coffee isn't just a drink, it's a stimulant that interacts with your nervous system, your hormones, and even your sleep cycles. When used wisely, it can provide benefits, alertness, focus, and even certain antioxidants. But when overused, it can create a ripple effect of problems that sneak into your daily life unnoticed. Excessive caffeine can lead to energy crashes, anxiety, digestive issues, and disrupted sleep. It can make your heart race, spike your stress hormones, and interfere with your body's natural rhythm. Over time, reliance on coffee may mask deeper lifestyle issues like poor nutrition, lack of exercise, or chronic fatigue, issues that, if left unaddressed, can affect your long-term health. This matters because energy, focus, and mood are essential for living a vibrant life. Coffee can be a tool, but if it becomes a crutch, it's working against you. The good news? Small changes can make a big difference. By understanding how coffee works in your body, you can enjoy it in a way that supports your energy rather than sabotaging it. Today, I want to give you practical, science-backed strategies you can apply immediately. These tips aren't about elimination or restriction, they're about empowerment. When you take control of how you consume coffee, you reclaim your natural energy, protect your sleep, and improve your overall wellness. That's why this topic matters. It's not just about coffee, it's about giving your body the respect and care it deserves so that every day feels better, brighter, and more balanced. Many people reach for their first cup of coffee the moment they open their eyes in the morning. It's almost automatic. Your hand reaches for the mug, you take that first sip, and suddenly you feel alive. But here's the thing, your body is already designed to wake up on its own. When you sleep, your brain carefully orchestrates a rhythm of hormones, and one of the most important of these is cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, but it's really your natural wake-up signal. In the early morning hours, usually around 6 to 8 a.m., your body releases cortisol to increase alertness, raise your blood sugar slightly, and get you ready to face the day. When you drink coffee during this window, you're essentially pouring extra caffeine on top of a system that's already naturally alert. It might feel like a boost at first, but this habit can create a cycle of jitteriness, overstimulation, and eventually that mid-morning crash we all dread. Think about it for a moment. You drink coffee to wake up, but an hour or two later your energy dips. You reach for another cup, hoping to restore focus, but then you feel anxious, restless, or even a little shaky. Your body is being pushed into a constant on-off state where caffeine spikes energy artificially, then drops it quickly, leaving you dependent on the very substance you sought to control your alertness. This isn't just uncomfortable, it can have a real impact on your mood, your concentration, and your productivity throughout the day. You might notice that your creativity suffers, your patience wears thin, or even your motivation starts to falter. The solution is simple yet surprisingly powerful: timing. By waiting 60 to 90 minutes after waking to drink your first cup of coffee, you give your body the chance to do what it was designed to do naturally. Your cortisol rises on schedule, your metabolism kicks in, and you experience a more balanced, stable energy boost when you finally introduce caffeine. You'll notice the difference almost immediately. Instead of a jarring spike and crash, you feel alert but calm, focused but not jittery. It's a shift from relying on an external stimulant to honoring your body's natural rhythm. Pairing that first cup of coffee with a protein-rich breakfast can amplify the benefits. Foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts help stabilize blood sugar, prevent energy slumps, and keep you feeling full and focused until your next meal. You're not just drinking coffee, you're creating a morning routine that supports sustained energy, mental clarity, and emotional balance. Over time, this small change can have a ripple effect on your overall health. You sleep better at night because you're not overstimulating your nervous system first thing in the morning. Your mood is more even, your productivity rises, and your reliance on multiple cups of coffee diminishes. This isn't about giving up coffee or feeling deprived. It's about empowerment. It's about understanding the science behind your body and making choices that work with your biology rather than against it. By adjusting the timing of your first cup, you take control of your day before caffeine even comes into play. You shift from a cycle of dependence to a rhythm of balance, energy, and clarity. And once you experience this natural boost, you'll find that coffee becomes what it should be: a pleasant ritual, a gentle lift, and a source of enjoyment rather than a crutch. It's easy to think that more coffee equals more energy, especially on busy mornings or during long work days. One cup just isn't enough, so we pour a second, a third, sometimes even a fourth, hoping to sustain focus and keep fatigue at bay. But here's the reality. When it comes to caffeine, quantity matters more than most people realize. Every cup adds to your body's total load of stimulation. And while 1 or 2 cups can be helpful, too much coffee can push your system past the point of benefit and into the zone of stress. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant. It increases heart rate, releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, and temporarily blocks the receptors that signal fatigue in your brain. That's why it works so well in moderation. It wakes you up, sharpens focus, and enhances alertness. But the problem comes when you consume too much or spread it unevenly throughout the day. Excessive caffeine can leave your nervous system in overdrive, making you feel anxious, restless, or irritable. It can even interfere with your digestion, causing stomach discomfort, acid reflux, or bloating. And the more you rely on coffee to maintain energy, the more your body adapts, requiring higher amounts for the same effect. This is the cycle many people get trapped in, often without realizing the connection between their coffee habits and how they feel physically and emotionally. The impact goes beyond the immediate effects of jitters or stomach upset. High caffeine intake disrupts sleep quality, even if you're not drinking company. Coffee right before bed. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 6 or 8 hours, subtly affecting the depth and restorative quality of your sleep. Over time, this can lead to chronic fatigue, irritability, and reduced cognitive performance. You might notice that your focus isn't as sharp, your decision-making feels clouded, or your energy crashes in the late afternoon, prompting yet another cup of coffee. It becomes a loop that feeds itself, where caffeine temporarily masks fatigue but ultimately contributes to it. So what's the solution? The key is moderation and mindfulness. Limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups per day and pay attention to how your body responds. Notice the difference when you avoid unnecessary additional cups. You might discover that your energy is steadier, your anxiety lower, and your sleep more restorative. For those who want the taste or ritual without overstimulation, consider half-calf or decaf blends in the afternoon. This allows you to enjoy the experience of coffee without overloading your system with caffeine. Pairing each cup with water is another simple but effective strategy. Coffee is mildly dehydrating, and drinking water alongside it helps maintain hydration, stabilizes energy, and supports digestion. Another powerful approach is to focus on alternative ways to maintain energy. Short walks, stretching, or even a few deep breathing exercises can provide a natural boost that doesn't come with the crashes associated with excess caffeine. Eating balanced meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats throughout the day also helps stabilize blood sugar and reduces dependence on multiple cups of coffee. Over time, these small habits create a lifestyle where caffeine becomes a helpful supplement rather than the main driver of energy. The takeaway is this: coffee is most effective when used intentionally and in moderation. 1 or 2 mindfu. L cups can enhance focus, alertness, and enjoyment. Excessive consumption, however, creates a cycle of dependence, fatigue, and stress. By respecting your body's limits, listening to your energy signals, and complementing coffee with hydration and balanced nutrition, you transform it from a source of temporary relief into a tool that truly supports your daily performance and long-term health. When most people think about coffee, they focus on the caffeine itself, but what often goes unnoticed are the extra ingredients that sneak into your cup. Creamers, flavored syrups, sugar, and even certain prepackaged coffee blends can transform a simple drink into a source of hidden calories, excess sugar, and inflammatory compounds. Over time, these additions don't just impact your waistline, they can affect your energy, mood, digestion, and even your long-term health. Coffee itself can be a tool for focus and enjoyment, but the extras can turn it into something that works against you. Think about a typical coffee order. A large latte with flavored syrup might contain 30 to 50 grams of sugar, along with dairy or non-dairy creamers that include added fats and stabilizers. That's roughly equivalent to a candy bar or more in a single drink. While the caffeine gives you a short-term lift, the sugar causes your blood sugar to spike and then crash, leaving you feeling tired, irritable, or foggy. These fluctuations can make you reach for another cup or worse, another sugary snack, creating a cycle that affects energy, focus, and even weight management. Over months and years, these hidden sugars and additives can contribute to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and other metabolic issues. The good news is that the solution is both simple and enjoyable. By choosing quality coffee and minimizing unnecessary additives, you can preserve the benefits of your cup without the negative. Side effects. Opting for black coffee is the most straightforward approach. It's low in calories, rich in antioxidants, and free from sugars or processed fats. If you prefer a creamier or sweeter taste, there are healthier ways to achieve it. A splash of milk or unsweetened plant-based milk, a dash of cinnamon, or a small amount of raw honey can enhance flavor without creating drastic blood sugar swings. These small changes may seem subtle, but over time they significantly reduce the hidden stress on your body. Another practical strategy is to be intentional with flavored coffee drinks. Reserve them for special occasions rather than daily consumption, and make conscious choices about portion size and ingredients. By treating these drinks as an occasional treat instead of a daily habit, you maintain control over your health while still enjoying the pleasure of coffee. Pairing your coffee with balanced meals, rich in protein, healthy fats, and fiber, can further stabilize blood sugar and sustain energy levels. For example, enjoying a black coffee alongside a breakfast of eggs, avocado, or a handful of nuts provides a steady, long-lasting energy boost rather than a temporary spike followed by a crash. This approach isn't just about physical health, it's about mindset. When you become mindful of what you put in your cup, you're practicing intentional living. You shift from passive consumption to active choice, where every cup of coffee becomes an opportunity to nourish your body, not stress it. You'll notice that your energy is steadier, your focus sharper, and your cravings more controlled. Over time, this consistency builds habits that support your overall well-being, creating a lifestyle where coffee enhances your life instead of complicating it. The key message is that coffee, in its purest form, can be a source of enjoyment, alertness, and even antioxidants, but what you add matters. Sugars, flavored syrups, and processed creamers may undermine all the benefits of caffeine and contribute to long-term health challenges. By choosing quality, keeping it simple, and pairing coffee with balanced nutrition, you reclaim control. Coffee becomes a tool, not a trap, a source of pleasure, focus, and vitality that supports the life you want to live. Your cup of coffee should energize you, not control you. Respect your body's natural rhythm, enjoy quality over quantity, and watch the small changes transform your energy, focus, and health. Start today. Make coffee work for you, not against you. Take control. Your best self is waiting.